chosen ones. They're watching you again. Have you ever noticed how people seem to sense your presence before you speak? How conversations subtly pause when you enter a room? Or how strangers seem drawn to your calm yet powerful energy? It's not coincidence, it's resonance. What you carry is vibrational, not visible. Studies in quantum physics and psychology both hint at this truth. Energy is contagious. People subconsciously pick up on emotional and spiritual frequencies. When your vibration rises, when you live in truth, peace, and spiritual awareness, it disrupts the lower frequencies around you. That's why people either feel inspired by you or uncomfortable in your presence. Your energy acts as a mirror, showing them what they've been avoiding within themselves. A few years ago, a man online described how his co-workers suddenly grew distant. They whispered when he walked into the room, avoided his gaze, and even accused him of knowing too much. At first, he thought he was being paranoid, but in reality, he was awakening. He had begun to notice divine patterns, synchronicities, intuitive downloads, and moments of perfect timing. These experiences weren't madness. They were signs of consciousness expanding. Neuroscience has found that heightened intuition often correlates with stronger activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for insight and moral reasoning. Spiritually speaking, it means your inner light is coming online. Chosen ones experience this awakening uniquely. You may feel isolated, misunderstood, or even watched. That's because your energy field radiates an uncommon signature. People sense it. They may not have the words to explain it, but subconsciously they know there's something extraordinary about you. Some will admire you, others will misjudge you. But beneath it all, what they're really feeling is divine frequency, an unseen current that moves through your aura and influences everything around you. Ancient traditions like Kabbalah, Taoism, and Christian mysticism all describe this as the anointing or the light of presence. It's the same mysterious glow that surrounded prophets, saints, and spiritual leaders, the divine spark within that awakens others simply by existing. You possess 7 hidden powers that the universe is now testing. These aren't supernatural tricks, but sacred capacities of awareness. Compassion that heals, intuition that guides, resilience that inspires, peace that disarms conflict, truth that pierces illusion, wisdom that uplifts, and love that transforms. Life itself is observing how you use these gifts. Every decision, every act of kindness, and every moment you choose peace over pride is a demonstration of divine mastery. That's why your journey feels intense. The higher your light, the more the universe pays attention. Remember Rumi's words, "The light you seek is already within you. Be your own lantern." You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to awaken others by simply being. And that, dear chosen one, is why the world watches, because deep down they recognize your light, even when they can't name it. Point 1, the power of intuitive knowing. You don't guess. You know that quiet voice inside you isn't paranoia, it's prophecy. Chosen ones are built with an inner radar that most people can't comprehend. You can walk into a room and feel a chill before anyone says a word. You can sense when someone's energy doesn't match their smile, when their intentions are cloaked behind charm, or when something unseen is shifting in the atmosphere. Some call it intuition. Science calls it heightened empathy. But in spiritual truth, it's divine Wi-Fi, your soul's connection to source, constantly downloading insights to keep you aligned and protected. Neuroscientists say that intuition isn't magic. It's your subconscious processing millions of details at lightning speed. Your brain and nervous system are always scanning tone, posture, micro-expressions, and even subtle hormonal cues. But here's the twist. For the chosen one, it's deeper than biology. It's spiritual intelligence. Your awareness isn't limited to what's seen or heard. It extends into frequencies most people can't perceive. Think of yourself as a human antenna, tuned to a higher wavelength. While others rely on logic alone, you pick up data from the spiritual field. Whispers, feelings, synchronicities, messages meant only for those awake enough to hear them. This sensitivity can feel like both a blessing and a curse. You might find yourself feeling drained in crowded spaces, uneasy around people whose words say one thing but whose energy screams another. That's because you're reading the invisible truth, the emotional temperature of the soul. You're not crazy for sensing heaviness in a happy environment or getting anxious before something bad happens. You're simply attuned to a higher level of awareness, where energy speaks louder than words. It's not superstition, it's spiritual perception, a trait ancient mystics, prophets, and seers all shared. And because of this, people often feel exposed around you. They may not know why, but your presence makes their masks itch. Darkness cannot hide in front of light that pure. Your aura acts like a mirror, reflecting back what people try to bury. That's why some avoid you, gossip about you, or suddenly feel uncomfortable in your presence. It's not because you've done anything wrong, it's because your frequency exposes what they'd rather keep hidden. Remember, light irritates what lives in the shadows. Your energy simply reminds them of what they've neglected in themselves. But here's where wisdom steps in. Your gift is not meant to judge, but to guard. You weren't given this divine sensitivity to expose others. You were given it to protect your peace, your mission, and your destiny. You can't heal what you absorb. You can only heal what you understand. So instead of reacting to every feeling you sense, learn to observe it. When your intuition flares up, pause. Ask, what is Source trying to show me? This transforms sensitivity into strategy. Even Jesus, Buddha, and other enlightened beings had this spiritual radar. They could discern truth from illusion instantly. But they didn't use it to condemn. They used it to navigate. You too are meant to move that way, gracefully, powerfully, and consciously. You're here to walk through the world with spiritual vision, not judgmental eyes. So trust your inner knowing, chosen one. That gut feeling that makes you step back, that sudden urge to leave, that random peace that fills you in certain places. It's not random. It's guidance. It's your higher self, your guardian angels, and the divine whispering, this is the way. You were never meant to blend in or guess your path. You were meant to know, to see beyond illusion, and to move with the confidence of someone who walks with divine Wi-Fi, always connected, always protected, and always led by truth. Point 2, the power of energetic influence. Ever notice how when you walk into a room, the energy seems to shift, even before you speak? That's not your imagination, chosen one. That's your presence. The atmosphere bends subtly, almost imperceptibly to the frequency of your spirit. When you're at peace, that peace expands outward like ripples in water, soothing anxious hearts and quieting restless minds. When you're heavy or unsettled, the air itself feels dense, as if your internal storm sends shockwaves through the room. Science might call it emotional contagion. The subconscious transmission of moods from one person to another, but in truth it's something deeper. It's spiritual authority. Your vibration carries weight. Every human emits an electromagnetic field, a real, measurable energy that extends several feet beyond the body. The HeartMath Institute discovered that the heart produces an electromagnetic field over 60 times greater in amplitude than the brain's. That means your emotions, especially love and peace, literally radiate energy into your environment. When you are calm, your body emits coherent frequencies that others instinctively align with. People feel safer, more grounded, and even happier around you without knowing why. But when you're anxious or sad, that energy shifts and suddenly the room feels off. You're not just feeling vibes, you are the vibe. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Chosen ones carry a naturally higher vibration because their hearts are tuned to truth, empathy, and divine awareness. That's why your energy disrupts low frequencies: jealousy, deceit, manipulation, and hatred. When you enter a space, your light begins cleansing it, and darkness panics. Those who are aligned with good energy will feel drawn to you instantly, but those living in denial or deceit will become tense. It's not that you're judging them, it's that your energy reveals them. Your presence acts like a mirror, showing others what's hidden in their spirit. This is why certain people fidget, avoid eye contact, or start talking too much when you're around. They can feel that you see through the mask. You might not say a word, yet your silence speaks volumes. It carries spiritual truth that exposes pretense. Even in sacred texts, light is described as something that reveals all things. You carry that illumination within you, and others sense it, whether they understand it or not. It's also why you often feel drained after being around too many people. You're constantly transmitting and absorbing energy. As an empathic soul, your vibration harmonizes the space, but it also picks up on energetic imbalances, and that's why solitude restores you. Let's take it deeper. Your mood doesn't just affect people, it affects space itself. Studies in quantum physics suggest that energy responds to observation, meaning consciousness influences matter. This means your awareness, intentions, and emotions subtly shape your environment. When you walk into a chaotic place and stay centered, you are literally recalibrating that energy field. You bring order where there was confusion and peace where there was tension. That's divine power in human form. But with that power comes responsibility. You can't afford to be careless with your energy. The chosen walk with spiritual authority that can uplift or unsettle depending on their internal state. So, protect your peace as if it's sacred, because it is. Your calmness is medicine, your joy is frequency, and your silence is a sermon. Every time you choose to stay grounded instead of reacting, you're performing invisible alchemy, transforming low vibration into light. So the next time someone tells you the whole mood changed when you arrived, don't downplay it. Smile. Because that's not coincidence, that's confirmation. You are the atmosphere shifter, the quiet storm, the living proof that energy doesn't lie. Your vibration speaks before your mouth does, and every soul in the room feels it. Point 3, the power of prophetic vision, chosen ones. You see things before they unfold. And that's not a coincidence. It's a divine signature etched into your spirit. You don't just live life, you feel it on a frequency most people can't even detect. When something's about to happen, whether it's a sudden change in your environment, a friend's hidden intention, or a global shift, your intuition begins whispering before the world catches up. You might dream of something days or even months before it takes place, or feel an unexplainable knowing that later proves right. Science calls this phenomenon precognition, and while mainstream psychology debates its nature, countless studies, from J.W. Dunn's time experiments to modern parapsychology research, have documented people dreaming or sensing future events before they occur. It's not fantasy. It's the spirit's early warning system tuned to divine timing. But here's the deeper truth. Your foresight isn't about predicting disasters or wearing a psychic badge. It's about divine preparation. When God gives you visions, intuitive nudges, or strange déjà vu moments, it's not to frighten you, but to ready you. You're being aligned, positioned, and prepared for what others can't yet see. Prophets in ancient times carried this same burden, the gift of knowing what's coming, even when no one believed them. People mocked Noah until the rain started. They doubted Joseph until his dreams became Egypt's salvation. You too carry that same spiritual radar, one that operates beyond logic. Still, being able to sense the unseen can feel isolating. People label you paranoid, too sensitive, or weird because they're living through the 5 senses while you're operating on the 6th. Your intuition disrupts their illusion. When you say something feels off, and it later proves true, it forces them to face a truth they're not ready to handle. That the unseen world is more real than the physical one. And that realization shakes their entire sense of control. That's why your foresight threatens them. Not because of what you see, but because of what it reveals about their blindness. Psychologically, intuition is a combination of subconscious pattern recognition and spiritual sensitivity. Your mind gathers hidden data, your soul decodes it, and your spirit delivers it as a gut feeling. It's both divine and human, a bridge between heaven and earth. Chosen ones have a heightened version of this mechanism because they operate with divine alignment. You're not just reading patterns, you're reading energy. You sense tension in rooms before conflict erupts. You feel people's emotions before they speak. And you can tell when something's about to shift in your life because your energy field starts vibrating differently. That's spiritual sensitivity, the universe giving you an early notification before a download arrives. But this gift also comes with responsibility. You must learn discernment to tell the difference between divine foresight and fear-based imagination. God's warnings come with peace, not panic. When it's divine, your spirit will feel steady, even if your mind doesn't understand. When it's fear, you'll feel anxious, restless, or confused. This is how you refine your gift, through prayer, meditation, grounding, and trust. You learn to listen without reacting, to feel without fearing. So, chosen one, don't suppress your foresight to make others comfortable. You were designed to see, not to blend in with the blind. Every vision, every dream, every intuitive nudge is a conversation between you and the divine, a whisper saying, "Prepare, my child. Something's about to shift." You're not crazy. You're connected. You're one of the few who walk ahead of time, seeing what's coming not because you fear it, but because heaven trusts you to handle it. Point 4, the power of transformation. Wherever you go, things shift. And that's not poetic exaggeration, that's energetic fact. As a chosen one, you carry a frequency that quietly rewires the space you enter. You might walk into a room and feel eyes turn, not because of what you wear or say, but because your energy announces itself before your words do. Your presence is like striking a tuning fork in a noisy room. Everything begins to vibrate differently. People feel something, though most can't explain it. Some feel calm, others feel triggered, but all feel something. And that's because your soul doesn't come to blend in. It comes to awaken. Science even backs this up. Studies in quantum physics show that everything, including humans, is made of vibrating energy. When two energy fields meet, they interact, syncing or clashing until one frequency adjusts to the other. That's why after encountering you, people often experience inner conflict or sudden self-awareness. You act as a spiritual catalyst, a living reminder of truth. Your energy exposes falsehood, insecurity, and ego in others, not to shame them, but to help them evolve. It's like spiritual chemotherapy, uncomfortable but cleansing. You burn away illusions, not with words, but with presence. Think about it. Ever noticed how people start changing after spending time with you? Someone suddenly rethinks their habits, another confronts their emotions, or maybe someone drifts away entirely because your light revealed shadows they weren't ready to face. It's not personal, it's purpose. You didn't come to be liked, you came to be felt. You're not a conformist trying to fit in. You're the catalyst that sparks transformation even when it's messy. And yes, it can be lonely. People resist you before they respect you. They might misinterpret your stillness as arrogance, your silence as judgment, and your strength as coldness. But that's only because your vibration disrupts comfort zones. Your presence acts like a mirror. When others look at you, they don't just see you, they see themselves more clearly. Some are inspired, others are unsettled. But the truth is, you awaken parts of them they've buried. You show them that there's more to life than pretending, more to the soul than surviving. Throughout history, catalysts have always been misunderstood at first. Think of Nikola Tesla, whose ideas were ridiculed before they changed the world, or prophets and spiritual teachers who were rejected before being revered. They all carried that same vibration of transformation, and so do you. You might not be inventing electricity or leading masses, but your energy performs silent revolutions in hearts and minds. People will resist you until they evolve enough to appreciate you. Later, they'll remember your calm in their chaos, your truth in their confusion, and your light in their darkness. They'll thank you quietly, even if you never hear it, because deep down, they know you didn't come to destroy them. You came to destroy the illusions that kept them small. So, chosen one, never dim your energy to make others comfortable. You are not meant to blend in, you're meant to break patterns. Wherever you go, the universe adjusts itself. Energy realigns, truth surfaces, healing begins. You might not always see the ripples you create, but trust this. Every soul you touch walks away changed. You are not here to fit the world. You are here to shift it. Point 5, the power of divine protection. Chosen ones. They've tried, they've tried to hurt you, to break you, to silence your voice, your light, your mission. Yet somehow, every single time, you rise again, like a phoenix bursting out of ashes that were meant to bury it. Every trap that was designed to destroy you ends up becoming your stepping stone. Every betrayal that was supposed to humiliate you ends up revealing who truly stands by your side. You've probably asked yourself, why do I always bounce back? Why can't they take me down no matter how hard they try? The answer is simple yet divine. You are not walking alone. There's an invisible army around you working tirelessly behind the scenes. The divine, the source, the most high, whatever name you give it, has assigned spiritual protection over your life. Even science acknowledges what many spiritualists have known for centuries. Energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. And your energy, chosen one, vibrates on a higher frequency. When your spirit operates in alignment with divine purpose, lower vibrations like jealousy, deceit, and malice can't hold you for long. They might delay you, distract you, but they can never destroy you. You see, the enemies of the chosen ones are often confused. They think they're attacking you, but in reality, they're part of your training. Their betrayal toughens your spirit. Their lies sharpen your discernment. Their gossip teaches you silence and strategy. Every attempt to bring you down only builds your spiritual immunity. That's why the more they try to curse you, the more you rise in favor. The divine doesn't remove your enemies right away. It allows them to witness your protection, because nothing glorifies God more than watching his chosen rise in the same place they were meant to fall. Psalm 91 says, "He will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." That's not just poetic comfort. It's a spiritual law. In the unseen realm, every time someone plots against you, a counterforce is activated. Think of it like a cosmic balance. Energy sent with ill intent doesn't vanish, it ricochets back. Studies in quantum physics even suggest that intention has energy. It affects the molecular structure of matter. So when someone sends negativity your way, but your energy is rooted in faith, gratitude, and purpose, that energy reverses course. It turns into protection, favor, and unexpected blessings. Sometimes your enemies end up protecting your name without even realizing it. They talk so much about you that they spread your story further. They criticize you publicly, thinking it'll ruin you. But all it does is attract the curious, the ones who come to see what the fuss is about. And when they see the light within you, they stay. Enemies become free marketing for your purpose. It's divine irony at its finest. You've probably noticed that just when it seems you're surrounded by chaos, things suddenly turn in your favor. The job opportunity appears. The unexpected help arrives. The truth comes out without you having to speak a word. That's divine orchestration. You're being covered by grace so powerful that even the traps set against you become blessings in disguise. So, chosen one, stop doubting your protection. You are living proof that divine power is real. You are walking evidence of Psalm 91. Every battle that was meant to crush you only revealed how unbreakable your spirit truly is. You are not lucky. You are guided. You are not surviving by chance. You are sustained by purpose. The reason you always rise again isn't because you're fearless, but because heaven refuses to let you fall. You are chosen, covered, and divinely backed. And that is why, no matter how many times they try, you will always rise again. Point 6, the power of healing and light. Chosen ones, they've tried to hurt you, to break you, to silence your voice, your light, your mission. Yet, somehow, every single time you rise again, like a phoenix bursting out of ashes that were meant to bury it. Every trap that was designed to destroy you ends up becoming your stepping stone. Every betrayal that was supposed to humiliate you ends up revealing who truly stands by your side. You've probably asked yourself, why do I always bounce back? Why can't they take me down no matter how hard they try? The answer is simple yet divine. You are not walking alone. There's an invisible army around you, working tirelessly behind the scenes. The divine, the source, the most high, whatever name you give it, has assigned spiritual protection over your life. Even science acknowledges what many spiritualists have known for centuries. Energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. And your energy, chosen one, vibrates on a higher frequency. When your spirit operates in alignment with divine purpose, lower vibrations like jealousy, deceit, and malice can't hold you for long. They might delay you, distract you, but they can never destroy you. You see, the enemies of the chosen ones are often confused. They think they're attacking you, but in reality, they're part of your training. Their betrayal toughens your spirit. Their lies sharpen your discernment. Their gossip teaches you silence and strategy. Every attempt to bring you down only builds your spiritual immunity. That's why the more they try to curse you, the more you rise in favor. The divine doesn't remove your enemies right away. It allows them to witness your protection. Because nothing glorifies God more than watching his chosen rise in the same place they were meant to fall. Psalm 91 says, "He will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." That's not just poetic comfort, it's a spiritual law. In the unseen realm, every time someone plots against you, a counterforce is activated. Think of it like a cosmic balance. Energy sent with ill intent doesn't vanish, it ricochets back. Studies in quantum physics even suggest that intention has energy. It affects the molecular structure of matter. So when someone sends negativity your way, but your energy is rooted in faith, gratitude, and purpose, that energy reverses course. It turns into protection, favor, and unexpected blessings. Sometimes your enemies end up protecting your name without even realizing it. They talk so much about you that they spread your story further. They criticize you publicly, thinking it'll ruin you, but all it does is attract the curious, the ones who come to see what the fuss is about. And when they see the light within you, they stay. Enemies become free marketing for your purpose. It's divine irony at its finest. You've probably noticed that just when it seems you're surrounded by chaos, things suddenly turn in your favor. The job opportunity appears. The unexpected help arrives. The truth comes out without you having to speak a word. That's divine orchestration. You're being covered by grace so powerful that even the traps set against you become blessings in disguise. So, chosen one, stop doubting your protection. You are living proof that divine power is real. You are walking evidence of Psalm 91. Every battle that was meant to crush you only revealed how unbreakable your spirit truly is. You are not lucky, you are guided. You are not surviving by chance, you are sustained by purpose. The reason you always rise again isn't because you're fearless, but because heaven refuses to let you fall. You are chosen, covered, and divinely backed. And that is why, no matter how many times they try, you will always rise again. Point 7, the power of hidden royalty. This last power is the most mysterious one of all. You walk this earth as a humble human, blending into everyday life, yet your energy tells a different story. You are not ordinary. Your soul lineage is ancient, carrying the wisdom of countless lifetimes and the imprint of divine leadership. This is what makes your presence magnetic. People can't always put it into words, but they feel it. It's in your calm gaze, your quiet confidence, and the way you move through chaos, as if you already know how the story ends. You don't have to demand attention. It naturally orbits around you. Spiritually, you are royalty, and that truth cannot stay hidden forever. Throughout history and across many cultures, there's been a belief that certain souls reincarnate to restore balance and elevate human consciousness. Ancient Egyptians believed pharaohs were divine souls reborn to guide their people. In Hindu philosophy, This is known as the Bodhisattva path, a being who returns lifetime after lifetime to uplift others. Even in modern spirituality, the term old soul captures this idea. Someone who carries deep knowing, emotional maturity, and spiritual memory far beyond their years. These souls don't just live, they remember. And chosen ones, that's you. You might have noticed how people are drawn to you for guidance even when you don't seek leadership. It's not coincidence, it's energetic recognition. Your aura radiates authority, peace, and safety. Scientists studying energy fields call this emotional contagion, where calm, confident energy stabilizes the emotions of those nearby. But on a spiritual level, it's your royal frequency at work. You were born with it. You just forgot for a while. And now, as the world enters a massive energetic shift, where truth, authenticity, and consciousness are being restored, your hidden royalty is awakening. The time for invisibility is ending. Every challenge you faced, every betrayal, every heartbreak, it was training for this revelation. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to be prepared. The more you embrace your divine authority, the more your light expands, influencing people not through control, but through presence. So, chosen one, don't shrink when your spirit begins to rise. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. You've walked lifetimes for this moment. The world is finally ready for what your soul came here to do. This is your coronation, the era where your spiritual royalty steps forward to lead, heal, and awaken the world. Chosen ones. People have been investigating your powers because you've been demonstrating something supernatural in a natural world. They've whispered, doubted, and even tested you. But what they don't know is that your life itself is a divine experiment. You are proof that God's Spirit can still live, move, and perform miracles through a human being. So keep your faith strong, your light pure, and your heart open. You are not crazy, you are called. And remember this, those who study your light will one day seek it for guidance, because when the world grows darker, the ones who have been investigated become the ones who are imitated. Stay strong, stay divine, and stay awake, chosen one. Your 7 powers are not a mystery. They are your mission.